Hello, and welcome to my professional development plan to teach you guys how to work in a team using Dropmark. So, the schedule for this program is going to be at our monthly PD sessions. These take place the first Tuesday of every month. I am Rachel Mokel, and I'll be presenting this PD. And then I will also have my information available to you guys for additional support as needed as you get used to this and as you play with this over the next couple of weeks. I'm also providing a supplemental Google Doc to help you create your Dropmark account if you need that assistance. We're going to be doing that later, and then also a survey will be sent to you at the end of this. So the purpose of this is it's really the purposes for all educators and their teams. This is a collaborating website. You can make curations, you can make collections of resources, and you can share them with others. So that way you're collaborating with each other and you're planning with each other, but not physically right there beside each other. You're able to add those digital resources to a shared common area. And the reason this is relevant is because everyone needs help collaborating. We are very busy people. We have meetings. It's hard for us to gather all the time and plan. So this is just going to be one of those extra resources where you can be adding to the conversation, adding to the resources as you find things and dropping it into that collection. We will be learning about this at our monthly PD session. But for you guys, when y'all be able to put this into practice is going to be while you're planning for your standards, while you're planning your lessons that are coming up. And this is going to improve your students, the instructions that you give to them, because you're going to be able to offer them a variety of resources that you found digitally. You can save websites, PDFs, pictures, articles. Like, you can save so many things on this collection and go back to it and use it later. You can share this with other people, other collaborators within your county, within your team. The things that you're going to need is you're mainly going to need your Chromebook, and I have shared a Google Drive with you guys, and each Google Drive has your grade level that you're teaching and subjects within each one. And you're also going to need your state standards for your grade level or your pacing guide. The standard that we're learning is from ISTE, and it's the job of a collaborator or as an educator to be a collaborator. And that means to dedicate time with your colleagues and with your students to improve your practice and discover resources and ideas and to solve those problems. And that takes planning and that takes collaborating, and it creates, then it will create experiences for your students and will help you be a better teacher. The article that I want us to look at really quick is called Edtopia. It's from Edtopia. It's a very good website with many resources, lesson plans. You're going to like it if you haven't followed them on social media, or if you have not checked out this. It's very good. And this, I want you to take your eyes through and go ahead and quickly read this. It was wrote in 2015, but it's still relevant today about collaborating and virtual collaboration with professionals. So I'm going to let y'all have time to look over that. All right. Now that y'all have read that article and you see what collaborating is supposed to look like and all the benefits of collaborating, I know that plenty of us have had difficulties collaborating with teammates, collaborating with county, and pulling it together and it being really of a benefit for us. So what I would like for us to do is create this Mentimeter, and I want you to type and just get it off your chest all the difficulties that you've experienced or you've heard people experience or you were worried about of collaborating with teammates for lesson planning. So we're going to do that really quick. Now that we're done with that Mentimeter, we have, we're going to go ahead and create the Dropmark account for this PD. And right here, you have a paper copy, but it's right here. It's setting up a Dropmark account. And I've put pictures in there of how to set up your free account. So let's go ahead and sign that and log into that. Okay, and while we're on the subject of just going ahead and getting everything set up, I want you to also go to your Google Drive and accept the shared drive that your principal created. So that way you have access to all of, everyone has access to this Google Drive, so that way we can put our links in there when you create a collection. And just like we were talking about when you are creating the Dropmark account, make sure that you do not have it as private. Make sure that you have it as anyone with this link can access it. And it should save like that all the time, and it should always be that unless you go back in and make something specifically private. As long as you have it on anyone with the link, it'll provide a link and you can share that link. Oops. Okay. All right. So what I would like for you to do, if you're not already sitting with your teammates, I would like for you to do that. So if you are kindergarten, go find a spot and y'all gather. And I'd like y'all to break up by grade levels: kindergarten, first, second, third, fourth, fifth. And then if you are EIP, you can pick a grade level. Same for special ed. If you serve second and third, go ahead and just pick your grouping. And then what we're going to be doing is we are going to be looking at how are we going to plan. Does this seem like something that would be a good idea? Are we going to plan every Monday? Are we going to add to it throughout the week? Are we going to plan for these weekly? Are we going to plan for these monthly? The good thing about this is that you do not have to be in the same room to do this. As you find stuff, as you're looking, you can drop stuff into this collection and you can share it with your teammates. So that way they can drop stuff and you can drop stuff in. So what our big project is going to be for today is we're going to find the standard that you will be teaching next. So you're going to need your pacing guide, and you are going to decide, okay, I would like to do one for social studies or science, and just pick your area on the next standard you're going to teach. If you are divided, if one person teaches math and one person teaches English, y'all can do separate ones, or y'all can just work together just to kind of get a feel for it. Either is fine. And what I want you to do is go ahead and make a collection in your Dropmark, labeling it as that standard. And I'm going to show you what that looks like. This is the one that I created for second grade social stories standard 1. All right, and so this is with the direct link, and so I'm the creator of it, and you can see my teammates here, and anyone with the link can see it. It shows you that there's 11 items in it, and here's my collection. So with my collection, I have first the Georgia Standards, and that's just a PDF. It lets me do a PDF. It does collect the entire PDF, so this is a 4-page PDF, even though specifically I was using it just for this standard. Now, I've clicked on it, and you're probably wondering, oh my gosh, how do I get out? There's multiple ways to get out, but if you don't want to get out, you can use these buttons up here. It's still just like a regular PDF. I can print it, I can download it, but if I want to go to the next thing in my collection, I just click it. That is from the Georgia DOE. It's their website where I can click on it. I can scroll on it. I say I can. Let's see. you can click on it to go to this website. So I could look at the videos, I could look at the resources they've given me, I can make comments on it. Now the comments are if I want, I do have to pay for that, and I pay for like the personal one, not the team one. So it's about $5 a month. You cannot make comments if you have the free one, but if it is something that y'all like, you're definitely, it is nice to have, like, so you can like make little notes and the other people can see the notes too. Now, say I pay my $5, but my teammate has the free version, they can see it because I've added them as a collaborator with it. So I can make notes, but they couldn't. All right. And I have about 11. Now, this is just a Twitter handle. It's copied. It's just like the Twitter handle for Georgia Social Studies on Twitter. There's nothing to click on. It's just something that I posted, so that way I have that as a resource. This is a website that I found that had to do specifically with James Oglethorpe, Tomachichi, and Mary Musgrove. But there's all different kind of resources. This is a video. The past one was a website. Another video. A Ducksters, like, I don't know if y'all have heard of Ducksters. It's a great source, kid appropriate for your students that have disabilities and have a hard time reading. It reads it to them. And as you can see, it has the label that I've given it, and it also has which one it's for. Some videos will automatically play, some won't.
I have the pleasure to present.
But if you like videos, this one is another video, but it's of a book. So it's very interesting. If I want to go back, I can hit dashboard. Now, this is what my dashboard looks like. This is one collection that I have. This is another collection I have. And then you can see the activity that I've been doing, like the ones last time I clicked on it, when I made a note, what that note says. Again, this part with the notes is if you have the paid version. But if I wanted to add a new collection, I could hit a new collection here and I could label it. I usually label it the standard that I'm doing, and make sure you hit anyone with this link to make sure that everyone can have it. You can add a description. If you're a special ed teacher, you could have collaborating, you could have your notes right there, or you could have like who you think this resource would be great for. Make sure you're just using initials. But it's a great, I think y'all are going to really like it. So that was my example. So now y'all are going to get a chance to make y'all's and talk. Now that we're at the end, I just wanted to let y'all know, like, throughout this, you've been doing assessments for yourself. You've been challenging yourselves. You've been discussing standards and resources. You've been incorporating them into Dropmark. You've been fulfilling that standard of collaborating with your fellow teachers. The principal and I will look over the Google Drive for your project. So for 5th grade, that I want you to, for every grade level, I want you to have like that link, get the shareable link, and then put it in a Word doc, and then you're going to upload it to your shared Google Drive for that standard. So that way they have that link. And then we'll also have a survey before you head out. Thank you all for joining my PD. I hope it was informative. And I definitely will hand out my information to you guys so that you can email me at any time if you have any questions about Dropmark. Thank you.